We're making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So I promised you guys a video yesterday, so this is coming. So today I want to talk about Judge Hlophe. It seems like his time has run out in the MK party. Shame and some sizzle. It seems like his time has run out. It seems like his time and also Mary Phadi's time has run out. Okay, I'm going to read this article. I don't want to talk too much. Because yesterday as I was browsing, I came across a released article. And this article said that Jacob Zuma has thrown Dr. Hlophe under the bus. So there's a big incident regarding Dr. Hlophe hiring lawyers for the MK, and these lawyers apparently not doing what they're supposed to do. So now it seems like the MK has lost confidence in Dr. Hlophe because the party has experienced an embarrassment. So I want us to read that and get right into it. Even worse, this morning I saw a clip of Lucky Montana and Brian Molefe at the police station. Sorry guys, this has nothing to do with what I'm about to read now. It's just a clip I saw this morning. Brian Molefe and Lucky Montana at the police station. They've handed themselves in. So I think we would have to watch the developments of that story. I saw some comments, people are saying, the MP is not gonna get far, so they'll probably win that case, but we'll see what happens. But they have handed themselves in. Well, anyway, let's get right into it. Let's get right into this Dr. Hlophe story, where apparently Zuma says Dr. Hlophe did not approve his actions. I mean, he's a deputy president. I'm sure he's allowed to do some things. Isn't that why he was appointed as a deputy president to begin with? Or he was appointed not to make decisions? Okay, let's get right into it. It says here, the MK party president Jacob Zuma has thrown his deputy, Dr. John Hlophe, under the bus. Another question I have, did Zuma ever seen John Hlophe as an equal, as a deputy president, or he saw him as just someone who's a puppet who can do whatever he likes? That's the question that should ask, because no president can throw his deputy president under the bus if he took you serious as like a deputy, unless they just took you as a puppet. Anyway, sorry, let's get right into it. So MK President Jacob Zuma has thrown Deputy President Dr. John Hlophe under the bus, accusing him of unilaterally changing lawyers, causing the party humiliation defeat in the organization court case against its Mpumalanga convener, Mary Phadi. So Jacob Zuma is blaming Dr. Hlophe for changing the lawyers. Let's say he did change the lawyers, guys. He's a deputy president. And another thing that I'm saying is, even if he did change the lawyers, I'm sure he's not the only one who knew that the lawyers were changed. Other people knew. Maybe he did not tell Zuma. I mean, he's a deputy president, Kodwa. He's an ex-judge. I'm sure he knows good lawyers. Okay, he made a mistake, but throwing him under the bus, and also throwing him under the bus for something that has already happened. What Zuma could have said is that we made a mistake as the party. I feel like if you are a team and you all play together, you don't say so-and-so made the mistake. You say we made a mistake. I mean, Zuma could have chosen to protect Dr. Hlophe, but I'm not sure why he's throwing him. I don't know why he's discarding him. I'm not sure I understand what he's doing there. Anyway, it's not my place to understand. Okay. Okay, so they're blaming Judge Hlophe now for changing the lawyers, which made them lose the case against Mary Phadi. If you still follow, I don't know if you remember when I did my other video where I was looking at the charges that they were charging Floyd with. They charged Floyd for not taking the, and it Mary Phadi's lawyers sent a letter to MK. They said they were blaming Floyd for not bringing that letter into the attention of the lawyers. Now they are blaming Dr. Hlophe of changing the lawyers. Anyway, let's get right into it more. In a blistering affidavit before Mbombela High Court, Zuma reveals that Hlophe sidelined the party's official lawyers, KMNS Inc., and instructed a different law firm, Kulu attorneys, to handle a case. A move Zuma says he knew nothing about. So apparently, Dr. Hlophe, njengoba MK, Zuma appointed KMNS lawyers or Inc. law firm, and then Dr. Hlophe changed it. Wafaka Kulu attorneys to handle the case. Zuma says he knew nothing about that move. This resulted in a catastrophic legal blunder that saw MK failing to oppose Phadi's first court application, allowing her to secure a default judgment, reinstating her as both an MKP member, provincial convener, and leader of the party in Mpumalanga, provincial legislator. Phadi was restored in all positions after approaching the Mbombela High Court last December following her expulsions for the party. And remember, guys, this is something that happened in December. Hence, I'm saying, couldn't Zuma protect Judge Hlophe and on something that has already passed? In the new year, and unbeknownst to the Secretary General, the Deputy President, out of genuine concern, gave instructions to a separate firm of attorneys, which was never followed up. Zuma stated under oath any genuine confusion was resolved, but no prejudice suffered by any party as a result thereof. But the damage was already done. It was only after the court granted party an interim order that Zuma and the party discovered the catastrophic error. Worse, the party learned of the court order from media reports, not from the legal team. I think another thing that happened when Dr. Hlophe changed the hired another law firm. What he was doing because the organization had so many court cases that were happening, I think he wanted to separate the cases of Hlophe. He wanted to have lawyers to handle matters as Jacob Zuma, and then he wanted to have lawyers to handle izinto the MK party as an organization. He was trying to separate here. I think where his mistake happened is he got lawyers that were incompetent. I think that's where his biggest maybe mistake came from or arises from. Zuma makes it clear that Hlophe's decision was neither sanctioned by him nor by ex-Secretary General Floyd Shivambu. Hlophe, the former Western Cape Judge President, has acted completely outside of his mandate. But guys, when Zuma says Hlophe was not sanctioned by him or Floyd Shivambu, which is the Secretary General, are you telling me that Hlophe can't make decisions as the Deputy President? I don't understand that. So Hlophe would have to get a direction or a confirmation from Jacob Zuma. I don't get that. While Zuma attempts to downplay the crisis by claiming no prejudice was suffered, his affidavit concedes that the legal fumble left the party concerned, forcing them to accept the court order. So after everything that has happened with Mary Phadi, it left them with no choice but to accept the court order, but it also left them concerned. So every time something happens and it's to blame to someone, bazamgxotha. And anyway, it's these factions in the MK that every time when someone makes a mistake, then it left people concerned. Haibo. Okay, the advice that MK received from KMNS. So after this thing has happened and Mary Phadi won that court case, Jacob Zuma went back to his original lawyers, the KMNS, the law firm that he had appointed here. He went back to them to ask for advice, and they said to Gutin, it would be costly and potentially lengthy exercise to seek a recession or a reconsideration. The MK therefore reluctantly accepted this advice and the reality of the outcome, which is why Mary Phadi we still see her running around. Had the party simply stuck with KMNS from the start, the very lawyers that Zuma himself had appointed, the MK might have blocked the party's legal fight at the first hurdle. Instead, the legal own goal allowed the party to legally force her way back into the legislature, exposing deep dysfunction in the MK leadership. This is why I said that it seems like Mary Phadi's luck has also run out, because right now it seems like everybody agrees that she was supposed to be expelled, she's supposed to be removed, and it seems like everybody is working towards her being removed. So it's no longer Ubaba said we must go work. So that's a little bit confusing to me, but let's go. Zuma's affidavit forms part of the party's urgent court application, which seeks to remove Phadi from the party and compel the Mpumalanga legislature to remove her from his seat. So iti affidavit ebhalwe Zuma, it's an urgent counter application which seeks to remove Mary Phadi from the party. When they say it seeks to remove Mary Phadi from the party, I'm not sure if it means that they are also going to reconfirm the expulsion, meaning that they are going to expel her or remove her from as the convener and move her from the legislature, but leaving her as a member. So if Zuma is part of did an urgent affidavit, it means that he is also agreeing that Mary Phadi should be expelled. But what's confusing me is the fact that Zuma went to meet Mary Phadi and Advocate Mkhwebane and told them that they must continue working. And even that time, he knew that they were expelled. So I don't really understand that now, all of a sudden, they want to expel Mary Phadi. I don't think I'm understanding now. Or maybe they had a meeting and the people in the MK said, no, you know what, we need to act. We can't let this hanging. We can't leave this hanging. All right. I want to quickly see if I can read this affidavit, because I know someone sent me a page of the affidavit from Zuma. We are going to continue reading the article. Let's just get quickly to the affidavit part. It says here, this is the affidavit that Jacob Zuma wrote. On the 31st of March 2025, at the Capital Hotel, Nelspruit, and in the interest of a final attempt at constructive and consultative dialogue, I personally traveled to Mpumalanga, which is Jacob Zuma, in my capacity as the president of MK Party, and I invited the applicants to a two-way conversation, which is, I heard that from Mary Phadi. She did tell us that Zuma went to Mpumalanga, had a conversation with her and with Ubusiswe Mkhwebane, and that's where he told her that hamba no sebenza. So I had a two-way conversation, which I advised her about the decision to cancel her membership. Zuma here, she advised Mary Phadi to cancel her membership, but Mary Phadi said, Zuma said, hamba no sebenza. So this, one of them is lying. I advised her to cancel her membership, solicited her views about the situation, and proposed some amicable solutions. She has failed to act in accordance with such discussions. Instead, she continues to define herself outside of the organization and her oath of membership. Accordingly, the purpose can be served by any further consultation or engagement with the applicant. So Zuma apa denies. This is tricky. Kule affidavit yakhe, he denies saying ubani Mary Phadi makayosebenza. He's saying that he advised Mary to cancel her membership, meaning that he also said to Mary is expelled. But that's not what came out of Mary Phadi's mouth. That's why the Mary Phadi's luck has run out. Whatever that was holding her strong, it's running out right now. It's unfortunately, it's running out. The doors are closing down on him. Let's come back to the article and continue with... Okay, so it says here, Zuma's affidavit forms part of the party's urgent counter-application, which seeks to remove Phadi from the MK party. The affidavit, we just read that part. Interestingly, The counter application has dropped the earlier allegations of a financial misconduct and misuse of the party funds. Remember, Mary Phadi, what made her fight this thing in the beginning, by the way, she said that when they expelled her, they told her that she was using the funds. She was alleged of financial misconduct and misuse of the party funds. So Mary Phadi went to defend that thing in the beginning because she said that it's a reputation and she's being accused of something that she didn't do. This is why she took it to the court, because this is her reputation. So it says the MK party has dropped those allegations, but instead the focus now is on her alleged insult of Shivambo after she used the isiZulu proverb sishaya inja kuphume umnikazi during a political fallout. So now they've left the charges that they charged her with originally. They are charging her with her swearing to Secretary General, the ex-Secretary General of Shivambo, saying Banabas Umeru uzoshaya inja kuphume umnikazi. That's what they are charging her for. That's a very weak charge for me, son. Very weak. The case was supposed to be heard in Mbombela High Court on Monday, but party's lawyers found that it was not enrolled on either the opposed or the unopposed roll. So, as we saw them on Monday. Following Monday's chaos, the counter application has now been officially postponed to July 8th. Hlophe, once seen as MK's legal brain because he's a former judge, now finds himself at the center of the party's biggest legal embarrassment up to date. I don't think it's fair that they blame this to Hlophe. I don't think it's fair. And they are saying that Hlophe, former known as the legal brain of the MK party, so now he's no longer the brain. I don't think it's fair that they judge Hlophe for this. What makes this legal bungle even more scandalous is the deeply personal and bitter history between Hlophe and Phadi. In a previous letter to Zuma, Phadi accused Hlophe of making sexual advances towards her during a meeting at a Capital Hotel in Mbombela. When she rejected him, Phadi claims a campaign to tarnish her reputation began and culminated in her receiving a notice of suspension weeks later. I am being vilified and victimized since I refused to give in to his attempt of spending the night with him as favors, she wrote to Zuma. Her refusal, she alleged, triggered the political battles that eventually split into court. So another thing, you remember, Mary Phadi, for her to take this thing and split it into court again, it's because of the accusations she had on Dr. Hlophe. Dr. Hlophe made sexual advances on her. Now, MK party is another reason for them to blame the chaos of Mary Phadi. Dr. Hlophe, 2. Firstly, he appointed new letters. 2, he did sexual advances. So they've got 2 reasons to get rid of Hlophe. Aisha. And some season. When MK moved to expel Phadi, she argued the decision was a direct consequences of her rebuffing Hlophe's coital advances. Although she did not advance these reactions in case, Mbombela High Court ruled in her expulsion was unconstitutional and ordered her to be reinstated. Hlophe was vehemently denied. Hlophe vehemently denied the allegations, but the issue has since become something no one in the party wants to discuss further, including Phadi herself. I don't know what happened with those charges, because Hlophe's lawyers wrote a letter to Mary Phadi and released a public statement saying that Mary Phadi needs to do a public apology, which she did not do. So, I don't know. So Hlophe denied that, but in the party, nobody wants to talk about it. It's a no-go area. No one wants to touch the subject. Guys, I don't know shame. So, but again, and but I feel like it's also a little bit unfair that they would want to blame Hlophe for everything that has happened. And also remember, guys, when you are part of a team, and you are part of a national high command or whatever, they should have each other's back. I think another thing that makes MK weak is the fact that they can't defend each other. Yeah, well, I think that's one thing that they overlook, and it makes them really weak. It makes them extremely weak. You cannot throw your person under the bus. I don't care how wrong they are. They should have just said, we made a mistake. Simple. So now they are isolating Hlophe, and I'm not sure why they are isolating him. Or maybe, of course, they want to get rid of him as the deputy president. I'm thinking, who else can be the deputy president when they remove Hlophe? Well, I don't know. The internal dynamics of MKP continues, with the party now scrambling to clean up legal mess, filing a fresh counter application to have party putted out once and for all. So Mary Phadi, it seems like her time has come. I don't think she will survive this. Whether Hlophe's career inside the MK survives is a question. So Hlophe, naye, they've got two charges against, two blunders or mistakes or things that he has done. I don't think he's gonna survive as well. So let me know what you guys think, because yeah, I think they are just unnecessarily throwing him under the bus. I don't think it's necessary. They are just continuing to divide themselves, and I don't know why. Anyway, guys, let me know. Let's meet in the comment section. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. It is free of charge. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zipolo Pelwana. This is Civil Politics. A happy Monday, guys. I hope you grab today by the jugular vein. Make sure that it's a productive day and it works. This is the last day of June. I hope that we are going to have a productive July. May July bring us nothing but good things, because we deserve it. Anyway, thank you so much. Subscribe, it's free of charge. Let's get to 30k subscribers, guys. If you can support the channel, please support the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.